Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video. And today we have more science fiction goodness. We have Mass Effect, the board game. Priority, Hagalaz, a game by Eric M. Lang and Calvin Wong C. Loon. Brought to you by Modifius Entertainment, BioWare, and EA Sports. It's in the game. The Reapers have invaded the galaxy and the Citadel races are on the verge of losing the war. In a race against time, Commander Shepard must lead their squad through a crashed Cerberus cruiser on the remote world Hagalaz to uncover its sinister secrets. But deep within the shattered cruiser stirs dangers far worse than the Cerberus forces that guard them. Mass Effect Priority Hagalaz is a cooperative story-driven game for 1 to 4 players. A branching narrative campaign allows for multiple playthroughs with a different experience every time. The story changes in response to your actions. Your early choices influence later missions. Gather Shepard's squad from a selection of teammates from the Mass Effect trilogy, Liara, Tali, Rex, and Garrus. Customize and upgrade your squad through experience and optional loyalty missions. So it gives you a little information about what's inside the box. Now this was, let's see, do we have a date here? All right, so average game time is 45 minutes to 1 hour per chapter, 3 to 5 chapters per story. So you're talking about a long game. This game is for 1 to 4 players, takes about 45 to 90 minutes. It's for ages 14 and over. For more information, go to modifius.us. All right, let's crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness we have inside the box. Of course, this is based off of the video game series. Let's take a look. We got a lot of stuff in here. First thing you get is a cool looking sticker. Really digging that sticker. I like that. That's cool. All right, let's move on. All right, first thing we can start off with is with the rule book. Table of contents. Lots of great artwork. So let's take a look at the overview. Mass Effect Priority is a cooperative tactical game for 1 to 4 players following the crew of the Normandy as they infiltrate a downed Cerberus cruiser. The game takes place over a campaign of 3 main missions and 2 optional loyalty missions, each taking about 45 minutes, which can be played in a single sitting or split across multiple sessions. Different people that you can take on, sharing control, war readiness, victory, and defeat. Each mission has clearly defined parameters for victory and defeat. Victory comes in 2 varieties. Paragon victory usually requires extra effort but scores higher, war readiness, and renegade victory, ruthless and efficient path to victory. Whether a mission ends in victory or defeat, the squad will always advance to the next mission and continue the campaign. However, if the first 2 main missions are failed, the squad fails in this assignment and the campaign ends early. All right, so there's your overview. Very cool. Then you got table contents of the components. You got enemy tokens. You got story paragraphs. Pay attention, elite enemies. You got the campaign maps. You got loyalty missions. Then you have your mission book. Let's take a look at this. We got all the missions. So we have everything on the sidebars to the right and to the left, identifying what the numbers mean on it. So it's showing you how to set everything up. Great colored examples. Interacting with the mission map, out of bounds, adjacency, counting distances. Then it says squad mate sheets, shrouded areas. Setting up a mission, welcome to Hagalaz, preparing for the mission, filling the enemy bag. Again, loyalty missions. Then we got prepare the enemies, prepare the map, deploy the squad. Again, it's just showing you examples of how to do all those great things. Playing a mission, here we go. Sequence of play, preparation phase, squad mate phase, then the end phase. And it talks about pool strategy, strategy die icons. So you have game specific dice and there's different icons that you're gonna need to know. Step A, strategy roll, core abilities. Step B, actions. Basic actions are move, mission, retrieve, ability actions, enhanced actions. You can shoot, damaging enemies, hazard cards, attacking, reacting. We have advancing, spawning minions, and the end phase. Additional rules: unlocking abilities, earning experience points. We got advanced abilities and loyalty abilities. We got dragon dice and renegade tokens, paragon dice. Lots and lots of really awesome photos in here. And artwork: renegade tokens, loot tokens, grenade and grenade cache tokens, medi-gel tokens, intel cache tokens, turrets, additional enemy rules, opportunity attacks, tags, pin, ranged, react, and rush. So again, lots of different dice in here. Elites, stunning enemies, biotech effects, mission objectives, loyalty objectives, primary objectives, ending a mission, paragon and renegade paths, saving progress, map features, bonus loot icons, fast travel icons, inferno icons, coolant leaks, terminal icons, elevation change icons. Lots and lots of icons in this book, in this game, obviously. Squad mate commentary. It gives you background information about Commander Shepard, command tokens, warp barrier, and incinerate. There's your commander. Garrus Vakarian, I guess you would pronounce that. You got him. So these are your different characters, which is cool. Liare Tizoni, Tazora Naraya. So there's basically the 4 major characters. Oh, here's your 5th. Erdnot Rex. There you go. Different special abilities he has, or they have, and then a copy of the ship. And your achievements: your detonator, data archivist, or the preserver. So, and in the back, icons. Like I said, they have a multitude of icons that you have to understand in order to play this game. So my assumption is, again, I haven't played this game yet. My assumption is that once you get used to the tokens, you better, well, first off, you better have, for the icons, you better have this reference handy at all times. And if you're playing more than one person, I would recommend making a photocopy so everybody on the board has an extra copy that they keep their eyes on. Because again, when you first start playing, you're going to be constantly looking at this reference sheet on a regular basis. There's your rule book. Then we have a narrative book. All right. Again, the Mass Effect board game, all the great people who brought you this game, a ton of people. All right, welcome to Mass Effect, Priority Hagalaz. I might be pronouncing that wrong, so I apologize if I am. All right, so we have a very narrative book that you can read along with. It might be different parts throughout the story where that information will be, they'll tell you, go to, you just finish something, go to number 57, go to number 60. There's lots of games today that use this kind of book where it has talking points for you to read. This War of Mine is a great one where you accomplish a goal. It tells you go to page blank, go to section number 121 or whatever. So let me just read you one of these real quick. I'll just pull one at random. There you go, 47, the one that popped right in my eye. Look, Shepard, we can use these supply lockers. Let's not leave anything behind for Cerebus. Lara grabs medi-gel and hands thermal clips. After setting up loot tokens, place a random loot token from the supply on each bonus loot hex, so that each one contains 2 tokens instead of 1. So there you go. That's how this book works. And if we want, we can just show you another one real quick because I don't want to ruin anything, but just at random, let's say number 90. That's good. That's what caught my eye. It says 90. Lara has intel on Prothean data held deep within the cruiser. Researching the Protheans is her life's work and may yield valuable intel on the Reaper's plans. Mark Liara's loyalty mission box. This is one chance to complete it. So there you go. That is your narrative book. So you got your rule book, you got your narrative book. Then you have the spiral bound mission book. All your maps are included in the mission book. So you have several missions here, as it mentioned. You have Through the Breach. All the missions are set up identically the same. You got enemy forces, disrupt transceiver, destroy both mechs. So you got your rules, what you want to do, sabotage, and raid the camp. You got elite enemies, mission failure. So it tells you right at the bottom what you have to do, what you have to accomplish are these 2 here. And if you fail mission failure, this is what happens. And then it gives you your hex map which is very cool. All right, and this is a really nice, thick plastic sheet book. This is a really well done, very well done. And then we have Guns of Cerebus. Again, I'm not going to read all this information. The dynamic entry, 1C. Then we have Mission 2A, Missing Stair. Then we have Mission 2B, Atlas Binary. Again, the map that goes with it. Encircled, the map that goes with that one. You've got Running Hot, and then you've got the mission page right there. Then you got Critical Reactor. Then you have Mission 3B, the mainframe. And you got a whole bunch of stuff going on here. Then you have your barrier generator. Get another map. Then you have Loyalty Mission Garrus. Loyalty Mission Liara, which we just read about. That was number 90. It said that you can accomplish this mission, so that's good, because she wants to get that intel that she's been looking for. Loyalty Mission Tali. So it looks like there's a loyalty mission for each of the crew members. Loyalty Mission Rex. So each character has their own separate mission if you want to do a solo play with just those characters. So that's cool too. So there's your mission book. So we got mission book, rule book, narrative book. So we got a bunch of books already in the pack. All right. Then we've got campaign maps. Front and back, terrain reference, so you know what each reference on each map means. Again, more and more icons. In this game, you got icons everywhere. So to me, this is not going to be an easy sit down the first time you're going to play this game. Just sit down and get started rolling some dice. Looks like it's going to be a little bit more complex than that, obviously. So there are your different campaign maps. So we got that. All right, so that's another helpful hint right there with another icon reference sheet. That's good. Then we have a bunch of other sheets that look like this. So it looks like we might have character sheets. Yep, we have 5 character sheets. So let's take a look at these. We'll take a look at the leader first. There's his photo and his movement, his mission, his retrieve. You got commands, adrenaline rush, barrier. This is shepherd, obviously. First aid, medicine, warp, carnage, hack, shoot, biotic charge, immunity, and incinerate. So these are all of his different things he can do on his turn. And if you flip that over, you've got shepherd as a girl. So you can either use him as a guy or as a female character. All the stats remain the same. Okay, so you have that. So you have that terrain reference sheet. You've got your player boards. You have one for shepherd. You have one for Garrus as a he. There's on the back also locked dice. So his is a little different. Again, he's got aim. He's got concussive shot, armor piercing rounds, marksman, assassination, overload, Turian rebel, proximity mines, calibrate. And there you go. There's a picture of him. And there's Garrus. And on the back, his back is a little bit different. You've got locked dice, when you are downed, when you are revived. That makes that one a little bit different. Then we have Liara. Analysis, stasis, lift, pure biotic, warp ammo, shadow broker, intuition, Asari controller, singularity, biotic explosion, and pistol shot. And on the other side, again, what happens is that if you got locked dice, when you are downed and when you are revived. So it looks like the captain is the strongest and everyone else here appears to be weaker than him, which kind of makes sense. Again, never having played the video game, this game, just reading the background on it, just intrigued me. It looked like a fun game, so I wanted to pick it up. This is Tali, and combat drone, hack, drone attack, go Chatika, sabotage turret, energy drain, Aquarian engineer, sabotage enemy, teamwork, pistol burst. That's all their special abilities. And then back again, you're gonna have the locked dice. You're gonna have when you are downed, and again when you are revived as your character. I'm surprised that the captain doesn't have that when you need to be revived, but maybe the captain is I don't know. I don't know why he doesn't have the same thing, the locked dice. Again, have to read the rules to find out about that. Then we have the character Rex. So we have Blood Rage, Rex not happy, redundant physiology, what Krogan do best, lift grenade, shoot it 46 more times, Krogan Battlemaster, fitness, and shotgun blast. And again, the locked dice when he is downed and when you revive him. And there's a nice photo of it. So all this, basically all the cards, the 4 secondary characters, they all are the same, where your captain has a he and a she that you can play a version of them, that character. So I guess in the game you could have a female captain or you can have a male captain. I guess that's your choice you have. All right, again, we have lots of different characters here of enemies you're going to be facing. Rather than having a box making this game that much more expensive, they have tokens versus having actual figures. So that's going to definitely keep the cost down on the box set, which is always good to see. You know, sometimes you have too many miniatures on the table. All right, so you have your different marauders, cannibals. Let's see what else we got there. We have tokens for each of our characters as well. So you could use the tokens or you can have figures, either one that you choose to do. Different markers. Again, you got Banshee, Guardian. What's that say there? Sensory Tentacle, Assassin, a Scion, a Brute, a Drone, Geth Prime. Bunch of question marks, and then you flip this over. Again, some of the icons change, some of them remain the same. I'm assuming it's showing one side is when it's alive and the other side is when it's down. So there you go, that's your first sheet of tokens. And again, very, very high quality tokens. And then we have some more tokens here. Oh, turn it this way, we can look at it. Engineer, Assault Trooper, Guardians. Different baddies you're going to take on. And then you have some more tokens down here. You're a Ravager, you have a Phantom, a Centurion, a Rampart Mech, a Ravager, a Yimmer Mech, Atlas Mech, Indoctrinated Krogan, Phoenix Adept, Atlas Mech, Ymir Mech, different types of robots and mechs. All right, so you have 2 sheets of punch outs. You have your 5 character sheets, you have your terrain reference, your narrative book, your rule book, your mission book. One thing this doesn't have is tiles, but you don't need tiles because you have the actual. So also inside you have a nicely packed box of goodies in here as well. So let's see here, since you're going to have lots of tokens, I like the fact that they're going to give you lots and lots. And I love when games do this. They give you lots and lots of extra bags. That's good. It's just a little added bonus for you. So this way you can really separate them out and not have any issues. So you know where all your stuff is. Put that on top of them in the narrative book. So they do that. We got some cool cubes. So you got red, yellow, and blue. Obviously, they're all the same, just different colors. So I'll just pull those out real quick so you can take a look at those. There's your red, yellow, and red, one yellow, and blue. There you go. So those are cool. I like the fact that there's not too many of those. So I'm not quite sure what they're used for in the game, but we have them here. A very cool dice bag. Very cool. Don't forget you had that sticker as well. dry erase marker with the Mass Effect logo on it, which is cool. We've got our silica gel to protect everything. Of course, don't eat that. You've got yourself a deck of cards. So let me open these cards up. Again, I always open them up. I always open them up off screen. This way, if I do cut myself, no one needs to see that. So it looks like we have a couple different kinds of cards. We got these blue cards, and we got some red cards. Okay, so let's take a look at the front. Cerberus hazards that you could run into. Different hazards that you could run into. So again, I'm not going to read each card, but I'll show you an example of them. Activate each assault trooper, then spawn a minion at the closest empty spawn hex to the current squad mate. That's what an assault trooper looks like, and you can find the token over here somewhere. So we've got plenty of these. So I'll read a couple more at random. Activate each elite enemy, then spawn a minion at the furthest empty spawn hex to the current squad mate. Again, all the cards are set up the same way. You've got the title of the card on the front. In the back, you've got exactly what you got to do, and you have a bunch of icons that you have to follow. So again, you need that icon reference sheet to figure out what all this stuff means. All right, I'll do one more card at random. Activate each engineer, then spawn a minion at the closest empty spawn hex to the current squad mate. Again, that's what the engineer punch out will look like, one of these guys, and it's going to tell you what to do with that. Not quite sure what that means. Again, it's all explained in the rulebook. This is not a how to play video. This is an unboxing video. So you get a deck of these Cerberus hazard cards. So this is going to be like a fighting deck. All right, so we got that. And then we have the Reaper hazards. All the cards are the same. We'll read the first one. So it says here, activate each husk and each cannibal. So there's a husk and there's a cannibal. So again, these are more things you're going to take on throughout the context game. Show you a couple more of these. There's the front of the again, you can see very differently that the two decks are definitely different. You got Cerberus and Reaper, and they're clearly marked. Okay, both have to do with interaction with the enemy, it appears. So let's take a look at the Reaper hazard. It says, activate the 2 enemy tokens closest to the current squad mate. There you go. Let's pick another one at random. We'll pull this one right here. Activate each cannibal and each elite enemy. There you go. And we'll do one more for a total of 4 while we start in the middle. So we'll grab one over here. Escalation. Place this card face up next to the mission book. Then draw and resolve another hazard card. As soon as there are these face-up escalation cards next to the mission book, shuffle them and any discard hazard cards back into the deck. There you go. So those are your Cerberus cards and your Reaper hazards. So Cerberus hazards and Reaper hazards are your 2 different kinds of hazard cards. Then, as I mentioned before, you have your game-specific dice. So you get a ton of them. The dice are on the larger size. Get a cool baggie to keep them in. Dice are definitely on the larger size, and you get a whole bunch of them. So let's take a look at the individual blue ones first. Yep, so they're identical. So let's just take, so you get 2 of these. So put one over there. For the time being, let's put one on top of the bag. Let's say you got a star, you got obviously something about movement, an exclamation point, maybe double fast move, then you got another exclamation point, you got that. All right, so you have movement. It appears like arrows on it. 1, 2, 2 arrows, a star, 2 exclamation points, then you have the exclamation and the arrows. So that's what's on that die there. These are heavy die. Definitely heavy. Yeah. All right. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of these. So it appears that these are very similar in nature. So some are in blue and some are in white. All right. Well, regardless. It's a lot of icons. Like I said, if you're a person who doesn't like playing games with icons, this is the wrong game for you. Needless to say, there are plenty of icons in this game. There appears to be quite a number of them. All right, so there we go. And last but not least, we also have some miniatures. Nice quality. 28 millimeter. So that's one of your characters. So you get a total of 6 figures in it. And then you have another character here. Get a nice detail on it. So that's cool. Really, really captures the characters well. So well-designed miniatures. Very, very cool miniatures. That looks like the main captain. Very cool. And we have another one. Very, very, very cool figures. Really digging them. And last but not least, Rex. Really, really cool figure. Round out a really awesome alien force. So there you have it. You have the mission book, you have the rule book, you have the narrative book, you have the dice bag, you have the silica gel, you have the dry erase marker, you have some cubes, you got some extra baggies for all of your tokens, you have this cool sticker, you get your Cerebrus hazard cards, your Reaper hazard cards, 12 white dice, 2 blue dice, you get your 6 figures, you have 2 punch out boards, you have 6 main character boards, and you have your terrain reference sheet. So that is everything that's included, and this concludes our unboxing of Mass Effect, the board game. Priority Hagalaz, a game by Eric Lang and Calvin Wong, C. Loon. Again, the time limit on this game. So you have it for, this game is for 1 to 4 players. It takes about 45 to 9 minutes. It's for ages 14 plus. The average game time is 45 minutes to 1 hour per chapter. And there are 3 to 5 chapters per story. So you're talking about a good 10-hour investment for this to play this entire game. Of course, this is brought to you by Modifius Entertainment. For more information, go to modifius.us. And as always, thank you so much for joining me for this unboxing video. It's truly appreciated. If you enjoyed the video, you could always give us a thumbs up and leave a comment below. You could also hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time we release new content. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well, enjoy your day, and we'll catch you on the next unboxing video.